Hello again, folks. Welcome to another edition of Between the Banks. Now, you know, after fishing the fishing pier during the daylight and not catching a fish, I'm glad to be back in the Pathfinder, where I can come out to all my favorite spots and catch fish. So it's a wonderful morning in Meadville. When I come back, we're going to see what I got on the end of the line. It's something nice. Stay tuned. It's another Rock'em Sock'em edition of Between the Banks. Between the Banks is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana.
What does it mean to be a Louisiana company? It means we all work where we live. It means the people we call our customers, we also call our neighbors, our friends, our family. It means we'll be here for the same people who've been here for us. We're the employees of Blue Cross, Louisiana True since 1934. What makes the employees of Blue Cross, Louisiana True? We're as homegrown as you are. We reach for the stars, but we keep our feet on the ground. We're always on the move, but we know when to chill. We're not all alike, but we weather the storms together. Because we are who you are. Louisiana. We're the employees of Blue Cross, Louisiana True since 1934.
Up and down the bayou. That's how we tell you to get from one place to the other. It's a little different, but so are we in Louisiana's Cajun Bayou. And once you get here, you'll understand why our Cajun runs a little deeper. Find a piece of our story on swamp tours and fishing boats, at festivals, attractions, and restaurants. Visit lacajunbayou.com to plan your trip today. Louisiana's Cajun Bayou. Rich, natural, unapologetically Cajun. Just south of New Orleans, where Cajun runs deep.
Folks, everybody gets Between the Banks. Here's how easy it is. Go to your address bar, type in betweenthebanks.com, search, and here you are. The latest videos, services, and products provided by Between the Banks. Check it out, betweenthebanks.com. Everybody gets Between the Banks. All right, early in the morning, pulled up at the spot. I don't have a jacket. It's not freezing, but I got something good on the line. Check it out, it's right over here. I'm gonna try and bring him up to the boat. I got a Carolina rig out, so I'm trying to keep him over here on this side. Let's see what comes up here. I could just hope that this is a big speck, but it's acting like a redfish. And I can't tell you how long it's been before I caught a really nice speck. Got the trolling motor down. Trying to keep him over here. Gotta be a redfish. But you're gonna be surprised to see what I caught him on. And I'll give you a hint. You know it's cloudy. Here he comes. Yep, nice red. And they should be here because this is redfish point number 1. Redfish point number 1, right at the entrance of the South Texaco field and Bayou Lafourche. But like I say, the thing about this fish is you're not gonna believe what I caught him on. And it's something that most people don't know. But you can see I'm taking it easy with him, because if you look in his mouth, there's a she-dog. That's right, it's cloudy. So you know when it's cloudy. It doesn't matter whether it's winter time or not. Reds will hit sheet top water also. There we go. They're just shy, folks. You can see that's a 25 incher. So, let me show you lesson number one. So, lesson number one is, you know that you can catch redfish on top water even in the wintertime. All year long, top water is good. You just need the proper conditions. So I got a warming water. In fact, it's up to 57 degrees after it's been down to 47 degrees when I shot that last show at the pier. Now we're shooting this during the full moon at the end of January, the last day of the month. This is when there's a lot of things that are different about this year in fishing, and I'm going to explain that later on. But I wanted to show you lesson number two. Redfish have a mouth that's at the bottom of their face. So see where their nose is and look where their face is. So when they go to hit a top water, instead of having a whole big mouth right here that they can hit that top water, they've got a mouth towards the bottom half below the nose. So they're gonna miss it. But if you stop cranking it and you just pull it a little bit more and then stop again, they're gonna hit it. Now what's crazy about these fish is they're bulls, they're mules. Their plates are so hard, their scales, that they're protected in the wintertime. That's why redfish bite tremendously in the winter. So, they're brutes. They're gonna come chase that top water back like you wouldn't believe. So all I gotta do is throw my she-dog right there in that alley between the shell island and those two rises in the water there. You can see them. Two rises. We're zooming in. You can see that nervous water that's rolling over that irregular feature. Pile of old railroad ties right there. So that's under the water. The fish are right in that alley. I'm gonna throw my she-dog in there and I'm gonna peel line out and let that she-dog drift into that alley, stop it, and just start twitching. I got current going this way, and even though the sun is in the fish's eyes, it don't matter with these wild suckers. Redfish. All right, going in the box. Cameraman like to grill this up, so I'm gonna keep it. Stay tuned. I say it doesn't matter whether it's sunny or what, but if you got clouds, it's even better. Well, I'd love for this to be a big speck, but I know it's a red. I haven't seen the speck, like I said, a couple of weeks. Yeah, another redfish and another keeper too. Let me get the net. Oh, you spit it right there. Golly. I went to get the net, gave a little slack, spit the bait. But let's see if we can, well, got a lot of noise with the boats running. We'll see if we can get another one on. Stay tuned. Redfish. Okay, here he is coming up alongside the boat. There he is right there. You can see the cork. See it off? There you go. Take my drag a little bit. Another nice keeper redfish. Big time fun. Especially on days like today where the winter and cold is only early in the morning, then it starts warming up because we've got another low front coming through. All right, so 3 casts, 3 redfish. Missed one. All the same size. Coming up alongside right here. See if I can get the net underneath. Alright, there you go. Got that hook right top of it now. Hopefully you won't let it go. Get over here, boy. Get in the net. There you go. Alright. Another 20-incher or so. Now, of course, look at this. Falling tide, redfish delight. Look at this fish, really good. Check out that tail. See that fluorescent blue all the way from one end to another. So it's no wonder that I'm catching fish every cast here. Redfish 0.1. Haven't had to go any further. This one's 22, 23 inches. But, you know, I really don't like to eat redfish. You know, but I guess one of the perks for filming for Between the Banks is you get to go home with fish, along with a paycheck, of course. So there you go. Another red for the box. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you how I'm rigged. All right, folks. This is how I'm rigged. Now, bear with me. When you fish Bayou Lafourche, we're right here by the jackups. Got crew boats down, a lot of noise. So, started line send with a big old goo cockahoe minnow. Now, by the way, speaking of goo, he's got tackle also in his store. Basic needs. So, he's getting to be a one-stop shop. Alright, so that's on a 1/0 Kale hook. We're zooming in nice and tight so you can see it. 1/0 Kale hook, and it's on a shock leader of 30-pound test triple fish. Then I come through a 1/8 ounce weight. I come through it once, twice. And that way I can use it for a cork line, or I can use it for a Carolina rig without switching rod. So when you pass it through once and then twice, you can slide the weight. Say I need to slow the minnow down, I can lower it and put it right above the bait, slow the minnow down. But here, since I've got so much wood, I'm going directly under the cork. And I've got a weight on the cork also, plus 2 BBs. And then I clip it on nice and tight right above that black crane swivel. That's at the very top of the rig, tied directly to my 12-pound test line. You gotta have the swivel, folks, to keep the rolling out of the twisting on the line. 12-pound low vis, Trilene Prospect Blue. That's what I'm using this year, really good line. On the rod, it's strictly a 7-foot medium action. What's good about that 7-foot medium action is I can use it for Carolina or cork, either way. And even though I've got a big old goo minnow on it, it fits the parameters. Okay, so I'm on a Revo reel. I've got 33,000 H class on a team dial with 7-foot medium action rod. Of course, you can get all this at Tides, but Tides, remember, closed January and February, so we got another month to go through. We're coming up to the beginning of February here, so he's renovating the store. But Tides, where all this gear comes from, cork everything, the hook and all. Now, I'm gonna try something with my videographer, and I'm really pushing him because I don't have turtle on the camera, so I've got to walk him through everything. I'm going to actually try to throw the line out there. He's going to catch the cork where it hits, and you're going to watch the cork, and you're going to see what happens. The cork is in the water with the minnow driving all underneath the cork, going crazy, but not getting snagged. So let's check that out. It's a bigger fish. Boy, you know, I'm just so happy. I'm so happy that y'all have had a chance to come watch me catch a limit of redfish. The reds are on, folks. Wintertime, Leeville. I mean, just pick a point. And if you're burning more than a gallon of gas, you've gone too far. Here, I just came down Bayou Lafourche, came to Redfish Point 1, fully intention of creeping into Dee's Canal and working the South Texaco Field oyster beds. But the water is so low. As you can see, this pile of lumber and those pilings on the bank, they're not going to show on high tide or during the summer during normal conditions. They barely show. You got to know what's on the bottom. And when you find irregular features like that pile of lumber that's just to the right of that point, I guarantee you fish are going to stay there. Bait's going to stay there. It's just really going to make life good. Here comes the fish. Check it out. Oh yeah, another nice red. Yeah. Another nice red. Perfect. Boy, this is the way it's supposed to work when you go fishing, folks. There you go. Let's see how much this one measures. Right at 22 inches. You know, folks, if you could only see the smile on my cameraman's face, you just can't see it. There you go, another red. Tail still blue. I mean, I guess I'm gonna catch a limit here. Stay tuned. Close to danger zone. I know there's so many reds, I'm sure another one's gonna hit. Well, oh, there he is. It's down. Got him. Another red. Are y'all getting bored, folks? I hope not. I hope you're learning something here. After this fish, I'm going to show you the map feature so you'll know right where Redfish Point 1 is. But it's not the spot, folks. It's the pattern. The pattern is reds, shell, current, nervous water, structure. You got that at your fishing spot, you're going to murder the reds. And like I say, you don't have to go far. In fact, I'm sure they're at Redfish Point 2. Redfish Point number 2 is probably loaded with them too. Here he comes alongside the boat. Oh, you know, I keep praying that this one, I'm going to get a speckled trout out of here. And usually you can catch speck here too. Get over here. There you go. Oh, let it go right there. I mean, you can ask so much. All right, Mr. Bogey Grip. This one should keep. Okay. Oh, 18 inches. That's the smallest keeper so far. Okay. One more in the box, and you'll have a limit of redfish. Stay tuned. Boats running around. Not exercising patience. Oh man, I'm right in the strike zone here. Oh, there he goes. Getting chased. There he goes. I think he's got it. He's got it. Oh, he let it go. Give him some more slack. See if he'll come get it. Yes, he will come get it. Oh, man. Well, folks, here's redfish number 5. Oh, he's tugging. He's a good one. He's a nice one. I hope you've enjoyed watching me catch a limit of redfish. Now, we started out about 8 o'clock. We got here. It was cold this morning, but it got up to 55 degrees quick. So we donned our coats, came out to the spot. Didn't even have to film with my coat. Life is good. You pick these days when fronts are approaching and it warms up to the 60s or the 50s. In fact, folks, it doesn't even need to warm up. Redfish are on. I mean, they're on like Donkey Kong. That simple. Fine tune your bait like I showed you. Look for this nervous water and structure at your favorite fishing spot. And since it's winter time, go home with some reds. Especially since we're not freezing. There's the fish on the side of the boat. Another red. Another red. That cork ring just really worked perfect. Sure, it was fun catching them on top water, but there we go. Another 22, 23 incher. And since my hook is straightened out, it's back to every cast again. So, there you have it. Another edition of Between the Banks. A redfish edition in the wintertime. On a full moon weekend. A record moon. A record moon. There you go. So, I'm going to grab him, put him in the box. Get back over here, boy. Get back over here. You don't want to miss your debut on television, huh? Boudreaux's Waterfront Motel. Dock your boat at the end of the pier right under your room. Set up your grill. Got your own fish cleaning station, your own ramp. And for big groups, enjoy the sunset at the Boudreaux House. Boudreaux's in Leeville.
Griffin's Marina and Ice has bag, block, and blown ice for whatever size boat. Both dockside and roadside ethanol-free fuel, convenience store, breakfast, crispy chicken, all conveniently located in downtown Leeville.
Renovations is your complete marine center for sales, parts, and service. Pathfinder, War Eagle boats, Minn Kota Motor Guide trolling motors, Power Pole and Minn Kota anchoring systems, pumps, trailer parts. Renovations will keep you on the water. All right, folks, so here's the map feature. You can see where I came out of Boudreaux's Waterfront Motel. Came into the Southwest Canal, passed right in front of the fishing pier, came to Bayou Lafourche, and came down Bayou Lafourche. I'm going to zoom in so you can get a better look. Just zoom in. So as I came down Bayou Lafourche, I passed the jack-ups, which are all right here. And then I came to the entrance of the South Texaco field. And there's Redfish Point number 1. So you can see where I'm anchored. I'm anchored by the old island here. That's the island that I'm casting to and letting my line drift. This yellow is where the marsh used to be. The blue is actually, the blue-green is actually the marsh. So you can see when I zoom in just how much of that island is gone. And folks, this island used to come all the way out to the deep water at Bayou Lafourche. So there's actually a mud flat here with only a foot of water or so on it. And then you've got this big pond right here. These islands are gone. So you can see the big entrance. I still have this cut that water rolls around, but right here is where that lumber is located. Zoom in even more. You can see where I'm at on the edge of the island. You can see this spot's already in the machine, in my depth finder. I fish it often. You can see other spots that I anchor at. You can see all my trails when I go into the South Texaco field. But you can see right where I'm at on that island, on this sliver of island that's left right there. So there's the map features. Now let's go over to sonar, pages, sonar, enter. You can see the tremendously hard bottom I have. Look how thick the shells and the oysters are here. In fact, when we were filming and you were watching the cork go by, you could see the actual shells over there on the bank. And that's what makes this a great spot. So I'm up on the corner of the underwater point, and I'm anchored in 1.7 feet of water. You can see we still have chilly water, 55 degrees, 55.9, almost getting warm enough at the surface when the sun's out to where you'll catch a few catfish. But as long as it stays around 55, we're immune to them. They won't mess with us. So there's redfish point number 1, a close look at it, brought to you by the fine folks at Lawrence. Cut. All right, there's redfish number 5. Okay, let's check him out, see how long he is. Right at 21 inches. Not a bad fish. All right, folks. I'm going to close the show, and I'm going to dedicate this show to Nolte Griffin. Nolte Griffin, one of the movers and shakers. Nolte Griffin bought the Texaco station from Mr. Boudreaux, and he opened up an ice factory hardware store. He converted it. The place burned down, had a fire, and he came back and rebuilt. He's done tremendous things for making Leeville what it is. Ice factory. I mean, just some really great people. Nolte will be missed, I guarantee you. He was a great man, always respected me. So in honor of Nolte's memory, this one's for you, Nolte. We'll see you next week with another edition of Between the Banks. In the meantime, good luck fishing. And Nolte, enjoy those fish up in the sky, bro.